What's up, everybody? This is Kieran Reese, also known as the Obsessive Compulsive Gamer, the O.C.G, and hopefully I'm live. Let's go to War 1! Make sure I'm live. Hey. Okay, dude, I'm gonna need your help with the audio. Because the original God of War can be very loud, and I've had to adjust the audio for it before so you can hear me, so... When that's going on, can you still hear me? Because I can lower the volume on the capture card, and I can also lower it in-game. And I've had issues before where people could not hear me over the game. No! Okay. Cat of War. How does that sound? Can you hear the music? Can you hear the game? Can you hear me? Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Father, feed me, Zeus! I'm just gonna do easy. You can make fun of me all you want to, but I've literally beaten the first God of War on God very hard. I'm just trying to have a fun time. I think the first God of War is overly hard, even on normal.
The gods of the limits have abandoned me.
Now there is no hope.
Now there is no hope.
And Kratos cast himself from the highest mountain in all of Greece. After 10 years of suffering, 10 years of endless nightmares, it would finally come to an end. Death will be his escape from madness.
Well, like I said, I've beaten this game on God mode. I'm just trying to have a fun time now. And they even said the developers even said they thought they made the first game too hard on normal.
I will send you back to the depths of Hades!
To the depths of Hades! Okay, I still think I need to turn down a little bit. It's louder in the actual game. Well, I've beaten them all on hard. I had to for the platinum. But I've beaten God of War 1 on God mode. Okay, is that sounding good? But yeah, like I said, God of War 1 is one of the loudest games I played. I've actually had to specifically change the settings for this game in particular, when I haven't for other games. I've actually had people stop me while I was playing this game and say, dude, I can't even hear you talking, so... Like, I've had to change some special audio settings every time I try to stream this game. It's just louder than other games for some reason. Yeah, I agree. Trying to get some of the trophies were fucking rough. For me, it's the entire, like, last section, getting back to Pandora's box, like the gauntlet in that box with the chains. Fuck that section, man. I remember playing this game for the first time in this demo disc. This was the demo level that they showed the world. And this came in PSN magazine. We used to have PSN magazine. Or PSM, I'm sorry. Yeah, PSM. And this came in a demo disc. And we got the demo disc from GameStop. But I remember playing this level and being amazed. And thinking, man, this game is going to be awesome.
Stay away from me. I know who you are, Spartan. I know what you've done. I would rather die than be saved by you.
And honestly, the second game made this level seem like a joke. God of War started to get like a reputation for having fucking awesome levels, opening levels. You know what I mean? Yeah, even the PSP games have awesome opening levels. Oh shit, I killed one of it. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, you can just willy-nilly kill the townspeople. I try not to. Oh, it's debatable. It is really good, but then also God of War 3 has you fucking basically killing Poseidon in the intro. Kind of hard to top that. shit. Dude, I'm actually... That is true. That's why I like Ghost of Sparta, because he's God of War that entire game, Alex. If you never played Ghost of Sparta, it's the second PSP game. It takes place after God of War 1 but before God of War 2. So you see him be that whole game, and you get to see him have like a whole game of godly interactions. And there's actually a part where he goes home to Sparta, and you actually get to see all the people like oohing and ahhing over him because he's the God of War. If you haven't played the PSP games, you really need to, Alex. They're fucking awesome. They are every bit as good as the console ones. I actually think Chains of Olympus is one of my favorite games in general. Oh, man. Dude, you really do. They're breaking my heart, dude. They're both awesome. Chains of Olympus, I think, might actually be my favorite classic God of War.
Came to me, told me that champion would come and rescue us from the Hydra. But you're too late. We'll hit it down.
Well, I plan to do the whole God of War series, so you're probably going to catch me streaming both the PSP ones.
Ships are all destroyed. All hope is lost, Spartan. Even for you.
But seriously, I think Chains of Olympus is one of the best ones. And like the entire second half of the game takes place in the underworld in Chains of Olympus. So like normally they give you there's a brief visit to the underworld, but not only is it like half the game in Chains of Olympus that's underground in the underworld, but it's amazing. It's called Oceanum. It's one of my favorite parts of any of the games. And you also get an awesome secondary weapon. They really struggle with the secondary weapons in God of War games. But in Chains of Olympus and Ghost of Sparta, they have great secondary weapons. You get the Gauntlet of Zeus in Chains of Olympus, and you get the Spartan Coat of Arms and Ghost of Sparta, and they're both fucking awesome. Oh, God. Oh my God, for real, dude, that actually, I'm not even kidding, like, I know that became a meme, but that scene is legitimately heartbreaking. Well, in the context of the game, he's actually pushing her away to save her life. Persephone is going to destroy the Tower of the Underworld. And everybody in the Underworld's gonna die. So, he's actually pushing his daughter away to save her. I think most people leave out that context. He's not saying, fuck my daughter. He's literally, okay, I have to save you, even if it means I can't be here with you. Yeah, I understand. I'm just making sure. It's also why people are always like, people are always saying, it's so weird that Kratos is a dad in the new God of War. Bro, he was always a fucking dad. Fuck. Can I do this? I'm also gonna do, Ascension. I think Ascension gets, kind of shit on unfairly. People were just upset because they expected it to top God of War 3. And it's just, there's no way they could. Like, they killed the whole Greek pantheon, man. But Ascension has a lot of cool shit in it that I really like. So, you know, or some people try to say, oh, it's fucking terrible. I don't think it is at all. It can't match the scale of God of War 3, but it has a lot of cool stuff going for it. For one, it has, in my opinion, is the only God of War game with good puzzles. I didn't really like the puzzles in any of the God of War games. They weren't bad, but they weren't good. But I thought the puzzles in Ascension were actually a lot of fun. Well, you're in for a treat. But, it has the only good puzzles in the series. Like, the puzzles are actually fun. You get really cool tools. Like, you get an eye that lets you rewind time. So you can rewind time. Kratos can pick up his enemy's weapons and use them. So you'll be using the blades, and the enemy will drop a sword, and you can use it before throwing it away. Oh shit, enemies doing anything else? And instead of giving you 4 different weapons, you have the blades, but you infuse them with different elements. Ice, fire, obviously fire, water and thunder, or wind and thunder, but you infuse the blades with different elements. But each element has different movesets. So instead of trying to match up to the blades, and trying to make other weapons that couldn't, which they struggle with, they instead give you 4 different weapons set for the blade. Actually, I like that idea. And being able to infuse the blades of chaos with lightning is actually fucking sick. It's a good game. There it goes. Can I give you these bagels? It just couldn't match up to... it just couldn't match up to God of War 3 in scale, which it couldn't. You can't top killing the whole Pantheon.
Lord Poseidon, Kratos, before you reach Athens, there is a task you must complete. This beast, this Hydra, it has terrorized my seas for far too long.
Is my stream coming through okay? It doesn't look laggy. I'm not looking laggy. My camera looks a little bit laggy to me, and I'm making sure that I don't look laggy in the stream. Like I said, a lot of the time it'll look laggy to me, but it won't actually be laggy in the stream. Okay, just making sure. Okay, I still have a full magic bar. I'm not going to use that in case I need to come back down here and get that. And you can clearly hear what they're saying in the game. Okay. Oh, that's true. For me, my biggest problem with this game is the underworld. And the first game is just really more annoying than anything else. However, actually, hold on. I will actually turn up the SFX a little bit. I tell you what's kind of crazy is there's actually if you here's what I think is crazy. It didn't really occur to me. There's actually, oh my god, yes. And guess what, Alex? If you ever want to get the platinum for this game, guess what you have to do? You have to go up the spiral blades without getting hit once. So, look forward to that if you ever decide to get platinum for God of War 1. That was a lot of fun. Going to get the mana before I go face the big one. Okay, so the actual stream doesn't look choppy at all. Sorry, I keep asking. I'm just trying to make sure. Shit. Okay, Ranger. Dude, I'm so excited that they're remaking all three of the original games. You know how fucking awesome that's gonna be, dude? And they're bringing back the original actor, T.C. Carson. Like, dude, think about God of War 1, man. Remade with modern graphics. And not just better graphics, but like overhaul design. Like, behind the back camera. Like, this is not... This God of War remake trilogy is not going to be, like, just the same game but better graphics. It's going to be redesigned like not God of War, like Resident Evil remakes. like completely redesigned for modern systems and modern gameplay. So like the general plot will be the same, but the levels will be redesigned, the combat will be redesigned. It'll most likely have a 3D camera. But I'm saying, dude, imagine what a difference that would make just having like a behind-the-back 3D camera, like the new God of War games and the original God of War. Total game changer, man. And it's actually being remade by people who made the original game, like Cory Balrog, who actually was the director for God of War 2. Pretty sure they will, dude. But there is a bunch of parts in the game that could do with an overhaul. Like you said, like Pandora's Temple, the puzzles and shit there. If they don't have fully modeled intercourse minigames, and if they don't have fully modded, if they don't have fully interactable intercourse minigames in the God of War remakes and GTA 6, we riot. I'm gonna be able to actually choose what position I'm gonna use for a hooker. Quick, Jason, give her the backstroke. I can't wait for GTA 6 Hot Coffee Edition. There goes mine. Well, only 3 days now until the GTA 6 pre-orders come up. Either way, dude, I'll be so fucking happy when they show the price, just so people can stop arguing about it. People have been arguing about the fucking price this whole time. I'm tired of it. You know?
Slaughtered like animals, the victims lay before him, a reminder of his own past, a past he could never escape. His only solace was the sea, endlessly sailing from one harbor to the next, in service to the gods of Olympus. All his hopes rested within. For no matter how much wine he consumed or how many women he took to his bed, nothing on earth could rid him of the horrors that plagued his mind.
I have faithfully served the gods for 10 years. When will you relieve me of these nightmares?
We request one final task of you, Kratos. Your greatest challenge awaits in Athens, where even now my brother Ares lays siege as we speak. Athens is on the verge of destruction. It is the will of Ares, my great city.
Honestly, Athena should have been a lawyer the way she uses the legal clause against Kratos.
That is why it must be you, Kratos. Only a mortal trained by a god has a chance at defeating Ares.
And if I am able to do this, to kill a god, then the visions, they will end.
Complete this final task, and the past that consumes you will be forgiven. Have faith, Kratos. The gods do not forget those who come to their aid.
Leaving the rotting carcass of the Hydra behind, Kratos set sail once
She's like, well, technically, I never said we make the vision go away. It's like, you bitch, you knew. You knew.
in the ancient city of Athens.
Stay, Kratos. Just a bit longer.
We've reached Athens. Get your things and get out.
I just did that for the orbs. You actually do get a lot of orbs for doing it, funnily enough. Achievement unlocked. Gooning. No, this is rated A. This is rated M. All the God of War games have been rated M. I don't think they've ever done a God of War game, a main God of War game that wasn't rated M.
Restore Ares, and the gods will forgive you your past.
And one thing I actually really appreciate about it in this game, even in this game, his blades change appearance with every upgrade. Which I think is a cool detail most games didn't take into account of. Hold on, is this the way to go or is this a shortcut? Okay, yeah, that was a shortcut. Optional area, basically. I was trying to take a picture of his blades at each level. See, you can actually see they look more badass now. And the things lit up. Like they're more jagged, they have bigger edges and lights lit up. I was trying to take a screenshot to show. I want to actually capture each evolution's one of my O.C.G things. And you know, I know that they're warriors, but I have to be honest. If I saw a Minotaur, with two giant axes coming at me, man, I'd run. Yeah, it's fine, dude.
Without help, the city will fall! Destroyed!
Shit. Yeah. There's actually a song that went viral a while back that's hilarious called "A Half Man, Half Horse." I'll just send it to you. It's sung like an 80s classic, but it's fucking amazing. And the video's awesome, the song's awesome. It's actually really, really catchy. It's like a parody song, but it's not just all about the joke. It's actually a real catchy song. It's actually really good. Like, the people who made it are actually musically talented. Like, it's just genuinely a good song. It just happens to be about a guy trying to meet up girls, and he's a centaur. And it legitimately sounds like it could have came out in the 80s. Like, they're spot on. Yeah, most people don't even know about that right there. And I was going to show you how, like, God of War kind of changed. Because I tell you what, dude. Like, when you think about it, you literally kill Medusa here. And what should be such a big deal fight is just nothing.
Kratos, the gods are pleased with your progress, but your current skills will not be enough to defeat the minions of Ares. I offer you the power to freeze your enemies where they stand, but you must earn such a gift.
Like, I could easily see them in the remake of this.
The Queen of the Gorgons, bring me her head, Kratos, and I will give you the ability to wield its power.
I could easily see them turning this into actually like a full-scale boss fight in the remake, as they kind of should. I mean, Medusa kind of gets like nothing. No, she said it's Medusa. That's what I'm saying, but she's treated like... It could be a legendary battle in and of itself, and she's treated just like a regular goon. As I'm saying, if they did a remake, it'd be great to see them actually flesh out Medusa into a full boss battle. Ah, shit.
The Gorgon will be yours. In the name of Nimbus.
Shit. Ah. Okay, okay, I remember the way to get this. Or is it? Hold on. Shit. I'm getting that chest. It's gotta be good. No, I did like half of it. I'm gonna go back and do the rest of the game, trust me. I think when I quit last night, it was like at 55 stars. So right at halfway almost. Don't worry, I'm gonna do more Super Mario Galaxy. I even do some tonight if you want to watch it. Depending on how late you're gonna stay up. I got it real late, so I'll probably be up for a while. I've been trying to get my schedule back on track, but I got up at like 6 p.m. today. The perils of having an anxiety disorder. I really do try to stay on a schedule, but I can't sleep until I can. And then I usually sleep for a very long time to compensate. I have done my utmost to actually be up at a reasonable time, and it just never seems to work. Like everyone, my dad's like, man, if you could just get on a consistent schedule, you'd be so much happier. I'm like, dude, I know, I'm trying. Okay? 30 fucking years, man. I'm fucking R. Kelly. I gave y'all 30 years! And I just, like, my sleeping schedule has just literally never been consistent my entire life. Despite every effort I have made for it to be consistent. It's just, I just can't. Like, and it's not even a question of being tired, dude. I will be so fucking tired. Like, I will actually be so tired, man, that I can't even see straight, and I still won't be able to sleep. That's the thing about anxiety disorders, dude. They are a nightmare on your fucking sleep. And I love my dad. I know he means well, but it's like, don't you think, like, if trying really hard was the secret to a proper sleep schedule, that I could be on it? You know, like telling somebody who's having sleep issues to try harder is like telling somebody who's depressed. Have you ever thought about not being depressed? Like, oh shit, why didn't I think of that? Wow. Well, good to know Kratos never skips leg day. A few years ago. Been a while. I don't know exactly how long, but I know it's been several years. Easier and harder. I would say that the PSP games are easier overall because they are fine-tuned and more balanced. Like, Ghost of Sparta actually takes into account things from God of War 3, like the design improvements. It was made after God of War 3. God of War 3 was 2010, Ghost of Sparta was 2011. So in terms of the actual game, it's easier because they took into account but it's harder because Ghost of Sparta actually has quite a bit of unlockables. Like, you unlock this thing called the Temple of Zeus. And it's kind of like the Challenge of the Gods, but filled with unlockables. And you don't get it until you beat the game, and you need like 5 million red orbs to get everything. And of course you unlock a large amount of the orbs from doing the challenges. This game's version of Challenge of the Gods, but there's actually, if you want to get every single item in the temple, there's quite a little bit of grinding that has to be done. You get good rewards for doing it, but yeah. And it actually has a really cool secret if you get everything. The last unlockable in the Temple of Zeus is what it's called. Actually lets you play in like the Challenge of the Gods. As Zeus. You get the Gravedigger shovel, and then you can pick to play as Zeus. And he starts out as the Gravedigger, and then transforms into Zeus. But he has a completely different moveset. And what's really cool is in Chains of Olympus, you had the Gauntlet of Zeus. Well, in Ghost of Sparta, in that game when you play Zeus, he has the Blade of Olympus in his right hand and the Gauntlet of Zeus in his left. So he's got a completely new moveset. So it's like, the ultimate unlockable is really cool. But it is time consuming. So it will probably take you more time than the others to get everything in the temple. But as far as ultimate unlockables go, that it was pretty fucking cool. And you also unlock challenges. You unlock your own arena. You can fill with custom enemies. Costumes. So it is really cool. Do I even have to level up my blades? Fuck, almost. But it does mean that it takes more time. But it's in a way that's worth it, you know what I mean? At least to me. Because you're unlocking a lot of cool shit. And it's like they took all the unlockables and they turned it into like a central thing, so unlike the other God of War games, there's actually quite a bit of post-game stuff in Ghost of Sparta. That's something I thought was really nifty.
Do not fear, Kratos. I am the Oracle of Athens, here to help you defeat Ares. Find my temple to the east, and I will show you how to murder the god.
Seriously, you really need to play Change Olympus and Ghost of Sparta, dude. They're fucking great. And what was so amazing is they actually looked on par. Sorry, I got a cat fur on my tongue. They actually looked on par, dude, with the PS2 God of War games. And that was the thing about PSP. It was a technical marvel when it came out. It had elite graphics for handhelds at the time. I remember being fucking blown away by how pretty PSP games were. And, like, when the PSP came out, it was 2004. So, like, the PSP was still out. The PS3 hadn't even came out yet. And it was roughly on par with the PS2. Can I just give you just a new bagels? Can I just give you just a new bagels? And like,
I have forgotten you. For what you did that, this city will be your grave.
and when you compare it to the DS, man, the DS was roughly comparable to the 64, which was good for a handheld, but it meant that the PSP was like literally a generation ahead of DS, the competition. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you compare DS graphics to PSP, it's fucking not even close, man. Can I just give you just a few bagels? Can I just give you just a few bagels? Why? Can I just give you just a few bagels? Can I just give you just a few bagels? Why? Can I just give you just a few bagels? Can I just give you just a few bagels? Can I just give you just a few bagels? And so you had games like the God of War games. You had games like the God of War games, Daxter, Ratchet and Clank that were on par with their console counterparts. Like, Sony originally didn't plan on doing a God of War game for PSP. Because they thought, you know, we're not going to do a game if it can't measure up. And Ready at Dawn, the people who did it, came to Sony and they showed them their pitch. They showed them their tech demo. Because they're the same people that made Daxter. And they showed them a mock-up of a level. And what got them the rights to make God of War on PSP was they told them, we're not going to make a God of War game that's good for a handheld. We're going to make a God of War game that's good, period. And they followed through on that. But that's what got them the rights to do it. Because Sony wasn't going to do a God of War on PSP unless it was fucking amazing. They weren't keen on the idea because they weren't sure if it could live up to it on PSP. And they were going to release a bad God of War game. You know, this is when God of War was at its peak. So they're like, if you're not going to make an amazing game, we'd rather not do one for PSP. And that's how they got the pitch. They told them we were going to make one that would be as good as the consoles on a handheld. And they showed them, like, they had already had a prototype, and it looked amazing, and they got the green light. So, they were people who clearly cared about God of War, and you can tell. They did such a great job. And I miss the PSP, man. I still think the PSP has, like, the greatest handheld lineup of, like, all time. See, stuff like this is just stupid, man. You having to actually freeze them on a statue, it's just clunky. Like, that's what I'm saying, there's definitely things... There's things in God of War 1 that could definitely fucking change, man. Shit. Yeah, I want to go get the chest. Fuck me. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not like God of War 1 is a perfect game that nothing can be improved on. There's lots of areas to improve in the remake. So I'm looking forward to it. And the fact that it's actually being made by people who originally worked on God of War gives me confidence. Like I said, Cory Balrog is the guy who directed God of War 2. And he's, I'm pretty sure he's in charge of the remake. So, the guy who's directing the remakes is the one who did your favorite God of War. So, oh no, I didn't mean to kill the... That gives me... That gives me a lot of faith that the remake is going to be great. Because when you make a remake, one of the main things that can fuck it is when the people who made it don't understand the original. You know what I mean? They don't understand what made the original game so awesome. That's when you get a bad remake. But, you know, when you have people who worked on the original, it's really good because you have people that made the original. So, of course, they understand what made it great. A lot of the time when you see remakes get fucking ruined, it's by people who didn't play the original, who didn't make it, who don't understand it, that fuck it up. So, it having a lot of people from the original games on board actually gives me a lot more confidence in the remakes. That they won't fuck it up. It's also kind of why I think I'm not as pissed off about God of War Lao Fei. Don't get me wrong, I mean, I'm not, like, super excited for it. But it doesn't piss me off as much as other people do. Because some people think that they're gonna get rid of Kratos completely. And anyone who's well-informed on God of War knows that's not the case. So, we know that they're making the remakes. And we know that they've already confirmed they're doing more new games with Kratos. So right now they're working on the remake, and they're working on a brand new Kratos game. Because they have multiple teams. It's Sony Santa Monica's a really big studio. It's one of Sony's biggest. So, some people are more upset about God of War Lao Fei because they think that they're getting rid of Kratos. And in their defense, they're not. Like, yeah, you may not be excited for this one, but there's like literally 2 more Kratos games on the way. The remakes of 1 through 3 and a new Kratos one. So that makes it like that makes me less angry than I could have been because I know they're not abandoning Kratos. I'd be a lot more upset if I thought they were, but a lot of people don't know that. They assume that like they're replacing Kratos with the new game. But then again, that kind of shows my point about people getting upset about things that they actually don't know anything about. You'd think they would at least do their research, but no. I also hope in the remake that they increase, the amount of shit in Athens. The city streets. I actually like this section, running through the city streets, and I wish this section was bigger. I don't think this section is big. They didn't do all they could have. Like, I wish more of the game had been in the actual city streets. Especially because you know as well as I do that Athens is supposed to be a fucking huge city. There you go, fight. Oh, I mean, it is in real life. It's a real city. So I wouldn't be opposed to seeing them make Athens bigger, have more shit in it. Like the city proper. I also like how most of the buildings are honorable. I think that's really cool. Oh shit, that's right, I have to jump across the rope, I forgot about that. Yeah, and then most people... Most people don't know there's a hidden chest right here. Oh, shit. I will also say that we can debate whether the God of War spinoff needs to be made. I will say, gameplay-wise, if you saw the gameplay, or if you haven't, you should. The actual gameplay for the new God of War game does look awesome. Right? Yeah. Most people miss that chest. I just played God of War 1 so much, man. Yeah, well, dude, I would actually try looking it up. The actual gameplay looks really good, dude. Like, the actual gameplay looks really good, and you can freely jump now. So, like, you complained in the new God of War games you couldn't jump. They actually brought back the old double jump. And I still think you should check it out. Like, the actual gameplay looks exceptional. I also hope that you get around to playing God of War Ragnarok one of these days. I thought God of War 2018 was good, but it was a little bit too slow for my tastes and rough around the edges because they were trying something new. God of War Ragnarok is so much better than God of War 2018, it's not even funny. So even if you weren't super thrilled, with God of War 2018, I think you might actually like Ragnarok. It was just that they had to deal. Yeah, that's fair. But, like, every issue that I had with God of War 2018 was fixed, and then some. Like, God of War 2018 almost seemed like a rough first draft because they were trying to figure it out, you know what I mean? It was almost like they were going to square one again.
I know who you are. I know what you've done. Monster.
Wait.
Stay back. Get away from me. Stay. Don't come near me. Keep away.
How fucking stupid you have to be, man. You survive areas attacking the city. You survive areas attacking the city. All the harpies, the Cyclops man, then you fall. Well, if it's not one thing, it's another. Alright, here's a good spot. Cyclone of Chaos, Air, Spirit of Hercules, Valor of Hercules. These are okay. So yeah. Now they're looking fucking dope. We got the classic. I always upgrade my blades for anything else. Yeah, might as well do the chest too. I'm not coming back here. God, I hate these fucking things. Actually, it's kind of funny because Kratos and Link actually have a lot more in common than you'd think. They both roll around a lot and break pottery. Hold on, I'm gonna make sure I didn't miss anything. I think you have a conversation with this guy when you come here. Yeah, you have to get the lightning bolt of Zeus. But there look like there's things back here that I could get. And then I die. Hopefully I get a chance to go back. I mean, it's not a deal breaker if I miss it, but I don't want to miss any chests. See, I also don't understand what's going on with the music in this one part. Because it almost sounds silly. Like, it almost sounds like a carnival music for there, right there for a second. Yeah, that's fair.
You! I must get across! Release the lever! Extend the bridge!
No! I won't get me. They won't get across. These monsters. They'll tear me apart.
Coward.
It's like, just give me a second to get some milk. I'll be right back. There's a specific way you have to go. I'm trying to remember which way. Ooh! If I'm not mistaken, there's something here. And they do Eggles. Yeah, they do Eggles. Oh shit, that's right. You have to turn it, and then you gotta... You have to remove it and put it back. I forgot about that. There we go. Daddy! Papa Zeus!
Kratos, you grow stronger as your journey continues. But if you want to succeed in your quest,
Zeus was like so nice in this game, man.
I offer you the power of the greatest of all the gods, the father of Olympus. I offer you the power of Zeus. Take this weapon, Kratos. Take this power and use it to defeat your enemies. You have done well, Kratos. Go with
Still waiting for the child support, you owe my mom, Zeus!
the name of Olympus.
God, do you know how much child support fucking Zeus to be on the hook for? Jesus. Finally. I almost got my second health upgrade before I got my first magic one. Give me a fucking break. Well, maybe in between God of War 1 and 2, Zeus started beating his face with a hammer and doing meth. He started clavicular maxing. Trust me, Hera, this is what all the kids are doing. I've seen it on Zeus Talk. There he goes, can I just do this? There he goes. Zeus Tube! Hades Graham! Can I just do this? There he goes, can I just give you this? There he goes. Actually, there's a very good show on Netflix that was sadly canceled after one season, but it was basically the gods, the Greek gods living in modern times. And it actually had Jeff Goldblum as Zeus. And he fucking nailed it. Hold on, let me look at the name of it. It was actually a really cool show. It's called Chaos. It makes sense. Chaos, K-A-O-S. It's like about the whole Greek pantheon in modern times. I've always been a fan of Jeff Goldblum. Okay. Hold on a second. I gotta do my OCD thing. God in heaven, by which I mean God in heaven and only God in heaven. Ah, shit. God in heaven, by which I mean God in heaven and only God in heaven. Not code sling for anyone else, just God in heaven and Jesus. Please listen to my words and my thoughts, not my... Oh, no. See? Sorry about that. I apologize. God in heaven, by which I mean God in heaven and only God in heaven. Not code sling for anyone else, just God in heaven and Jesus. Please listen to my words and intentions, not my thoughts. Do me 4 favors. 1, please forgive me for doing sins deals with this drink. Please don't do sins deals to make this drink safe drink and for certain dead man. 2, please move your off and explore our start now. 3, please do okay. 4, please do okay. Yeah. Like I said, I've always loved Jeff Goldblum. And the show is actually really good. It just apparently was really highly produced because they had a huge stacked cast for the Greek gods. And it was very high budget. And so Netflix decided not to renew it for a second season. But the first season, the only season, was really fucking good. And Zeus does a fucking awesome job as... Jeff Goldblum does a great job as Zeus. And I think people Jeff Goldblum's like 6'4", 6'5". He's fucking tall. People don't realize how imposing he can be. Bagels, can I do new bagels? Can I do new bagels? Can I just give you some new bagels? Can I just give you some new bagels?
Oracle!
Kratos! Kratos, Athena, you alive! No! Kratos! Kratos, find me! You must find me! Athens depends on it!
Can I just get new bagels?
Good, my boy. Good. Athena has chosen wisely. I knew it was so.
Who are you?
So, you have the blades, the skin as pale as the moon. You are the one indeed. Perhaps Athens will survive at that. But be careful. Don't want you dying before I'm done with this grave.
A grave? In the middle of a battle? Who will occupy it, old man?
You will, my son. Oh, I've got a lot of digging to do indeed. All will be revealed in good time. And when all appears to be lost, Kratos, I will be there to help.
And I love this because in mythology, in Greek mythology, that is actually a guise that Zeus took on, an old gravedigger. And it makes sense because he wasn't allowed to directly intervene and help Kratos.
Don't disturb me now, son. I've got my work to do, and you have yours, and precious little time left to do either.
And that grave is where you come out of the underworld. Okay, so now I can either do some more Mario Galaxy or I can do some Elden Ring, Alex. It's up to you. Yeah. Just give me a second. I gotta end the stream and switch my shit over to Switch. Switch to Switch. I'll be back in a second.